Oh man, interviews, huh?
You want to sit on my lap? I'm just kidding. It just seems weird that I'm just like, oh. This is DJ DF for Utopian Voids, and I'm here tonight to talk to Hurt Hawks about a bunch of things. I saw on a couple of your bios, you have been referred to as a punk rock Leonard Cohen or darkwave Tom Waits, and is revered for their live performances. Do you want to go a little bit deeper about those comparisons?
Sure, I accept those comparisons gladly. Those are my major influences, Tom Waits, Leonard Cohen. Mm-hmm. I don't hold a candle to those guys, but I do appreciate comparisons to that. I consider myself a song and dance man. I write songs about regular life, drinking, mixing it up, being sad, stuff like that.
Are you working on any new projects? Do you have anything releasing anytime soon?
Yeah, I have a new album coming out soon. It's going to be called The Big Sweat. I think I'm going to release it on cassette.
Nice.
Through Shaman Cassette's label, Rad Safari Tapes. I'm pretty sure that's happening. I'm going to be working on a music video for one of the songs on the album. The song is called My Body is a Dive Bar. It's just kind of about like the death of masculinity and kind of destroying oneself through alcohol and violent means and all that good stuff.
And you mentioned earlier, and I saw in your bio, that you grew up in Arcadia and still reside there, right?
Yes.
Does that ever show up in your music? Has it shaped your creativity growing up in Arcadia? Absolutely.
I think growing up in Arcadia, for whatever reason, I always felt like an outsider. And I think that's fueled my music. That's a big part of what I write about. Being an outsider, not fitting in. And I think that's a big part of why I've stuck around there. I try to put myself in uncomfortable situations. I think those help me to thrive more and to create better art when I feel uncomfortable, you know, like back to the wall kind of thing.
And do you have any, like, secret places in Arcadia that you like to rest or decompress or eat or?
Arcadia. I
love Arcadia.
Arcadia is great. There's lots of great places to eat. I really love a place called Moffat's. They have chicken pot pies, and it's
hard to get chicken pot pies.
Yeah, and it's very kind of like old vibe in there, and I grew up going there. I like it a lot. There's a few little bars here or there. There's like a place called the Drinkers Hall of Fame, which is cool, and there's some other little random places. But yeah, Arcadia is an interesting place. I think on the outside it's very suburban, it's very nice and affluent, but I think like any other place like that, there's weird things bubbling underneath the surface.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You've played a lot, you've performed a lot, and you've been performing a lot. Where have been some of your favorite venues?
That's a good question. I'm not. I never remember where I play.
Really?
Yeah, I'm always any dive.
Yeah.
The divier the better. If it's if the place is a real piece of shit, I like it. I feel comfortable and I feel like I can do my thing. I just go where the wind takes me, and I don't generally remember where that is.
Can you share a little bit what your writing process is like?
My writing process?
Yeah.
I always jot down notes and ideas. Used to always be in journals. Now it's in my phone.
What app do you use?
Just the notes app.
Yeah.
nothing too fancy there. I generally write down like ideas and phrases and one-liners. I write with a partner. My friend Jake, he produces my music. And usually once I get something from him, a song or some beats or whatever, I'll kind of go through what I have in my notes and see what fits best. And from that one phrase or line, I'll build upon it and write something. A lot of times I like to let the music kind of dictate where the lyrical content goes.
Yeah, it sounds like a really nice, organic, calm process.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Yeah.
And do you have any pre-performance rituals?
Yeah, drink as much as I can because I get very nervous. And I just get as drunk as I can, and be as free as I can, and try not to eat too much before I perform.
And then what are your post-performance rituals? Do you go to your favorite dive? Because I saw on your Instagram that you post a lot of favorite places you like to eat.
Yeah, I love to eat after. I really love like Taco Zone truck, I guess Rodero burrito. I even love Denny's. I love any late night diner. I love diner food. You always got to eat something. In-N-Out. You always got to eat something after a performance. In my opinion, that's part of the fun.
So, what are some of your favorite things about performing?
I think it's really just a great opportunity to be yourself and to like no holds bar. And, for me, it's always been kind of like therapy. Performing is a way to kind of exercise the demons and really like let loose. And, every day, we were going to work and we're with our family or this or that. And there's so many stressful things that are constantly happening, and I think more often than not, we're especially at places like your job, you can't really act out the way you really feel, say the things you really want to say, and I think performing is a good opportunity to blow off that steam.
And do you have any words of wisdom to people that are just getting into the music scene or multimedia scene?
Don't. There's already enough people doing it, and you're probably not going to be good.
It's pretty good words of wisdom. So Tom from Suburban Helltapes has some questions for you. Do you want to come over, Tom?
Yeah.
Do you want to sit on my lap? I'm just kidding.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I get to use the bow. Now I get the bow.
It just seems weird that I'm just like, oh.
No, that's right.
So, Mr. Hurt Hawks, I saw a very specific genre term that I've never heard before used to describe your music, which was Drunkwave.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes, yes.
Anything to say on Drunkwave?
Drunkwave, yeah, I was just trying to, label what I did, and there's this band that I love and I'm very influenced by called Perubu, and they call themselves Avant Garage.
Okay.
And I always thought that was a great, and they're one of these bands that they're kind of hard to stick into a specific box, so they came up with their own little name. And I guess what I do is kind of dark wavy, so I figured, well, I'm drunk, so let's just call it Drunkwave. And it's not super deep or anything.
I don't know. I think it's both simple and easy to understand and an intuitive name, but I think there is some depth there. I think it does have a greater meaning. I think it's a great name.
Thanks.
I just wanted to ask about a couple of recent releases you did. So I saw most recently you did a vinyl release, actually, Full of Rye, on Sweatband Records in 2022. Yeah. And I wanted to give you props for the names of those colorways. Well, these were the the vinyl colorways.
Oh, colorway.
Yeah, so it's like a marbled vinyl that was like kind of brownish. That was the marble rye, and then the black tar. That wasn't just like a regular black vinyl. It would look like a little more grayish. Was I thinking, or was it just a regular?
I think it was just. I think they just gave it a cool name. It was just regular black.
I guess they would have fooled me.
I believe Tommy, who runs Sweatband Records, he's also in Gwar. He's one of the members of Gwar, and he's in a band called Squid Pisser, and he was in Cancer Christ. Anyways, Tommy, I think he came up with those.
Okay.
I think he came up with those specific names. I did. I mean, it was my idea to do the whiskey. I wanted whiskey colored vinyl.
Well, that's awesome. I always love when you can bring some of like the idea of the artist or the concept of the artist to like the actual physical medium in that way. Like that's what I'm kind of always trying to do with tape label stuff. And then I wanted to ask about one earlier release I saw that you put out on cassette, which was Playboys in the Boudoir. So there was a great quote with that one I saw, which was, for every cassette sold, I will drink a Coors Banquet and send you the bottle cap along with your order. So yes. Did you do that?
I did do that. That was in the early days when I had the cassettes, and I I was true to my word. When I got an order, I chugged a little stubby Coors and put the bottle cap in. And a few people, I don't know how many people actually got those or ordered those. But if you're out there, thank you.
Well, I saw it was a round of 100, so that's.
There's quite a few. There was quite a few.
I beers drinking.
Yeah, I had to drink quite a few beers gladly.
Yeah.
Wasn't a chore or anything.
I wanted to ask, there's one musician I saw recently. I believe he's based in the Philadelphia area, but he was doing a West Coast tour. His music's very much about drinking, and his name is Jimmy Brown. I wanted to ask if you were familiar with Jimmy Brown.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
He has songs like I'm an obese alcoholic. And,
that's a great title.
Yeah, when I watched him a few weeks ago live, he had like 9 pints on stage and like 2 Cosmopolitans during his performance, during his set. So yeah.
Oh yeah, man after my own heart.
Yeah. Your stuff was reminding me of him a bit, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to check him out.
This is Dia from KSPC for Utopian Voids.
This is Tom from Suburban Helltapes for Utopian Voids.
And this is Hurt Hawks for alcoholics all over the world.
Back to you.
Thanks for watching.